Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Mrs Rogers and my kitchen. So I hope you are all well, and I'm really pleased that you are able to join us today because I am making a really simple, easy but real flavoursome dish that my kids love, and I'm also sharing with you one of my one of my secrets. It is my famous paprika dressing. It's not mine, it's come down through our family and I have no idea where they got it from, but it is so nice, and it's a dressing that you can make up, serve on just about any salad, and it lives in the pantry. You don't have to keep it in the fridge, and it is so tasty and so nice. It is just
Mel says hi. Hi Mel.
Hi Mel.
Welcome back.
Again. Today I'm wanting to go back to a little bit of old school. Now, we have got the recipes in the description at the top of this video, but I want to take you back to when we didn't have all these pre-measured, predetermined recipes, and you had to use specific of this and specific of that, and where you had you got like a kit set meal and it gave you had to use 15 granules of this and 2 sprigs of that. I want to take you back to when we used to cook and how we used to cook, which was all about flavor and making it work for your mouth, your family's mouth, and keeping on going, making, tasting and doing what works with your mouth. Because let's face it, we all have different taste buds. As I keep saying, I can't do hot, so I would love to be able to. My mum and my husband can do like the hottest vindaloo ever.
Yes, we can.
Dad and I, we cry at sweet chili sauce being opened.
And Amelia says hello, and she likes using lots of paprika.
Well, Amelia, you will love this today because paprika is used in both of these recipes. So anyway, guys, my point is that if you love a flavour, add a little bit more if you think it needs it. If you don't like something, use less or take it out. So yeah, just go with your taste buds and your family's likings. But anyway, let's get cracking. So today I'm just going to do a very simple marinade for on chicken. Now I also want to stress that this is really good on fish, especially fish that doesn't have a lot of flavour. So chicken or fish, chicken, chish, I don't know, one of those things, but it is really nice and really fresh, and we're going to serve it on a nectarine and rocket salad. Yum. With this dressing. Now also I love blueberries in my salad because I love blueberries. No. They're getting bigger nowadays, but I love blueberries on salad. You could use olives, grapes. The whole point is I want colour. So I'm wanting to splash my salad with colour, and you don't have to have that much to, make it look pretty. But anyway, let's get on to getting the chicken ready and mixing that up. Now, because it's a nectarine salad, I have pre-chopped some nectarine wedges up. Nectarines are not easy to chop into
They're
wedges.
Easy to eat, though.
They're very easy to eat. And this one's still slightly firm. You don't want a really mushy one, otherwise you're going to lose the kind of structure of your nectarine. So anyway, my fry pan has been heating for a good 20 minutes. I'm just going to add a little bit of oil because my fry pan's a bit sticky at the moment. I'm going to use different tongs to the tongs that I've used with my raw chicken. And I'm just wanting to...
So last live we fried watermelon.
We did.
We give it nice. And this week we're going to fry nectarines.
Absolutely. And again, this is like a one-pot wonder. Well, fruit is very similar to spices, and the fact that if you warm it through slightly and cook it, you're going to change the flavour slightly. And
well, the sugar's going to caramelize as well.
Well, the sugar will start to caramelise, and oh look, there's a sprig of nectarine.
Oh, nice. A sprig? Is that what the official name of a bit of nectarine is?
Yeah, well, it looked like a sprig.
Of course it is, yeah.
Anyway, don't give me poop today. So I'm just wanting to get a little bit of colour, just warm that through, but yeah, let's get on to the fun stuff. So I am using Mrs Rogers garlic salt. Now, herb and garlic salt, sorry. This is a really nice flavour. You could just use plain salt if you wanted, however I love using this because it just gives a really general flavour to everything. Really good if you are needing to do dinner in a real rush. Just crack some of this over some chicken or steak and you've got instant flavour. Oh guys, that reminds me, we are doing a competition. Now it's a little bit specific today. You still have to watch, comment and share our video. But the commenters, we want to know what spice. So not herb, not seasoning. What Mrs Rogers spice do you like using on your chicken? Because let's face it, it's easy just to chuck some herb and garlic salt on your chicken and say. So yeah, let me know if you've got a particular spice you are like using.
So Amelia's already told us that she likes paprika.
Paprika.
Lots of paprika. So everyone else, when you join, let us know
what you like. My paprika's falling down a bit.
Nothing worse than that.
So, there we go. So I've got about a tablespoon of paprika. I've got just under a tablespoon or about a tablespoon of ground cumin. And I'm guessing that's around 2 teaspoons or 1 very rounded teaspoon of thyme.
But this is what you're saying, it is a case of to flavour to your taste.
Absolutely. And like if you've got kids, some kids love like hot, spicy, strong. Other kids hate it. They prefer, you know, the like chicken nugget kind of spice. And there's nothing wrong with that. We don't want to ruin taste buds. We just want to encourage them to like what they like. So now I'm just wanting to get a little bit of browning on this. You can probably hear a nice sizzle there. I don't really want to cook it as such. I don't want it to cook till it goes floppy like it would do in like a nectarine stew or something like that. Okay, continuing with this, I've got, now this is a little bit tricky. This is going to give us a nice background hint, but it's about a tablespoon of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. You could use lime juice, you could use orange. That would be quite nice. And I'm just wanting...
Alana, thanks for saying hello.
I'm wanting some oil in there, guys. So I'm just wanting to stir that. Whoa! Stir it and flick it everywhere, just so that I get a nice marinade. Oh, look at that colour. So now, if you wanted this marinade to go a little bit further, add a little bit more oil. But I'm wanting it to...
It already looks impressive.
To just show you. Now, I've got... Now, these are great. I've just got a little bit of colour on it.
So let us know what you did for Waitangi Day as well.
Yeah, let us know. Hey, and did anybody pull a sickie on Monday, or were you lucky enough to get Monday off? Oh,
I think most of the
nectarines
country
on the floor.
pulled a sickie on Monday.
So,
Alana likes the southern style.
yes.
She can't use many spices. Well, Alana, keep watching and you will learn how to use lots of spices because it's really easy. Oh, look, you're doing a marinade.
Unless it's a dietary thing.
Sorry, I missed
then,
that. Oh, yeah,
obviously.
that's true. Yeah.
Some people's gut really does not
That's all
like
right.
spices. Anyway, so as you can see, I've got quite a lot of marinade there, but there's only a few of us and I didn't want to overdo it. So this would easily do a good kilo of chicken. And if you really love the flavour and you really want that to permeate through all the fibres of the chicken, the sinews and everything, you can leave that for a bit longer. So around about 10 minutes is probably ideal. Just to let that go, let that sort of sit in there. I'm not going to leave it for that long. I'm just very quickly going to start on my salad dressing because this takes a while to shake. So the flavours in here are mustard powder and paprika. Those are our Mrs Rogers flavours today, and they are super, super yummy when it comes to making this taste great.
Alana says a spicy food upsets her tummy. So,
yeah,
but that's
all right. So I've got 1/3 of a cup of sugar. Yes, I know, don't die. It's only sugar, guys, only sugar.
You're not going to be drinking the whole thing.
You're not. This is making a lot of salad dressing because my family loves the salad dressing, so I thought I'd make up a good quantity so that you can see how much it actually makes.
And it'll keep in the fridge, won't it?
Fridge or pantry. Yeah. Because of the sugar and the vinegar content, it will actually keep in the pantry.
Nice.
Shoe fly. Where did he come from? Anyway, I'm using apple cider vinegar today in this. Now, you could use, I've made it with balsamic vinegar, I've made it with white wine vinegar, I've made it with malt vinegar, which of course is going to give it all a slightly different acidity and flavour. So have a play around. I just really like apple cider vinegar and it's apparently quite good for you, so especially for your gut. If you've got bad gut, you should always have some warm water or water with a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar every day. That will help your gut.
And Melanie's just saying she uses a lot of butter on chicken legs.
Oh, yeah. So nice. You've got to have butter.
I can't see the rest of that post, Mel, but it'll be in the comments. So all I see is butter and chicken.
Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire
sauce. About 2 teaspoons off the top of my head, memory from that. I have got 2 teaspoons of Mrs Rogers famous paprika. Now, if you wanted to change the taste, you could use the smoked paprika or the hot paprika. This is just the bland paprika today.
I love the smoked. The smoked paprika is my favourite.
And of course the mustard powder, Mrs Rogers mustard powder.
How much of that?
I think it was about a teaspoon.
About a teaspoon
off the top of my head.
Cool.
This is really good for deviled eggs as well, which my family quite like. Now, a cup of oil. I'm using rice bran oil. I like my rice bran oil because it doesn't have a flavour in itself. It's also a really stable oil to heat at a high temperature because it doesn't start to burn like olive oil can.
Mel says her partner doesn't cope very well with spices either. But that's all right. It's not necessarily about smashing on the spices.
Exactly. It's about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Right. So this is going to take a while to shake. If you have one of those NutriBullet type things, it makes it up really well in that, or even just like a food processor or a blender would be great. But
it's a good arm workout.
I don't get time to go to the gym, so I make a lot of cocktails and salad dressing. So I'm going to keep shaking that, but I am going to pop my chicken in. So as you can see, even those few minutes has just allowed it to soak in a bit there. So, and I am using my yucky chicken tongs because we need to be very careful with chicken.
Karen says she likes the smoked paprika as well.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And Alana's favourite chicken meal is chicken stir fry.
Chicken stir fry. I made a really yummy chicken stir fry.
And we use a lot more chicken thigh, don't we, than chicken breast. It's cheaper.
We do. Thigh has a different flavour. Sorry, everybody. Slam that down. Thigh has a different flavour. It has a meatier flavour, and it's really good for using in things like curry because it is the most flavoursome part of the chicken. And yeah, it's a little bit fattier as well, so that you get all of that flavour from it, which is ideal, really. We love chicken thigh. A friend of mine, she hates it to the point where they make a lot of curries and she will only use chicken breast. They only eat chicken breast with the skin off and all the bits and pieces cut. So again, each to your own. It's about our palate and what works well with our mouths and our family that I'm wanting to take it back to. And that's why Mrs Rogers is so great, because the packets are big enough that you can adjust to what you want. It's also awesome because it's such a homegrown New Zealand product and company, and yeah, it's just they're in like this factory in Henderson packaging these products. It still blows my mind how sort of homegrown it is. So thanks for supporting Mrs Rogers, and I love. Thank
you, everyone, and thank you, Amelia, for letting us know that you had butter chicken using fries last night. So there you go.
There you go.
So there is a butter chicken mix at Mrs Rogers, or we can make
your
own. We've ground up our own in the past. We might do again sometime.
We might. Now I'm just adding some salt in there. Good old Mrs Rogers pink Himalayan salt, and I need to keep shaking this. Now it is really important that all the sugar is dissolved, so it does take a while. You can give it to your husband, pass it around the family, let the kids have a shake. And again, one of my tricks is to use an old jar, because you know that the lid's not going to come off, and you can see the volume that it's made. It's a good amount of salad dressing. So my chicken's just cooking away there on a medium heat. I like to leave it on one side for 6 minutes and then flip it over on the other side for about 6 minutes, just to make sure it is thoroughly cooked.
It smells really nice.
Don't forget, with chicken thigh, the meat is a darker meat, so you're not going to get the crisp white. So don't get scared if there is a bit of dark, not red, but sort of dark purpley brown colour in your meat. as long as it's cooked, and you can tell that by the consistency. Not cooked as mushy and cooked as hard and firm. So don't freak out if you haven't used thigh meat before. It's a really good meat and kids often really love it. So I'm going to try and do this with one hand and hope like how the lid doesn't come off and I scatter my kitchen with dressing. And I'm going to start plating up our salad. So you can either have the salad to one side and layer the chicken on the other, or you can dress the salad with the chicken basically. So we've got, and I'm just going to use my hands here, our nectarine.
So Alana's asking a question, but I
Yes.
can only see the first line of her question.
Oh no.
So Alana, if you could write that again, that would be good. Just
Absolutely.
I love chicken stir fry, and then all I could see was that's it. And Tabitha says nectarines are delicious lately. They are.
Now you
Nectarines.
can
Oh, look at
use
that.
pears, you can use peaches, you could use whatever sort of stone fruit you really, really like.
And just for the people that are joining it, and Alana loves our plates, our black plates. They are cool. Oh, where we got those?
I'm trying to find some cool plates.
What we've done with the nectarine is just warmed it in the pan. Is that correct?
Yeah, just a fry pan.
Just a fry pan, just to give it.
Because I'm a one pan wonder.
There we go. You can see it's just caramelised the nectarine nicely. There we go. And this is what you're doing here is adding a lot of colour. I mean, that's
yeah.
we eat with our eyes, don't we?
We do.
Like the bowl, the salad we did the other day. Just adding that colour in there.
Just sort of wanting.
Especially while we've still got some summer left, we're want to make use of the. Oh, look at that! It's nicely arranged.
Well, I'm wanting to kind of use this as a bit of a garnish
Garnish. Nice.
as well as the salad.
Get some more of those in there. Look at that.
I'm just
Beautiful.
showing you how you don't need to be fancy pants and make carrots. Oh, two for my mouth.
Oh,
Yay.
lucky.
Okay, I gotta flip my chicken. Stop eating. Oh, cameraman, get in there and have a look at that. Now, because I didn't turn it around,
That looks lovely.
and I haven't removed the skin, look at that crunchy
crispy stuff.
skin.
Yum.
And nearly in time for a late lunch, so there you go.
Oh, we've been live for what, about 20 minutes maximum?
Yeah.
And in that time, we've managed to make a dressing that's going to last as long as you want a
while.
dressing to last. We've plated up
A salad?
with glorious summer fruit. And yeah, it does. Alana says it looks amazing. It absolutely does. And then the chicken's almost ready. So you don't need. This is not.
No.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not science.
It's not.
It's easy.
It's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
No.
It's you just got to make life easy, and food needs to be fun. Never stress about it.
No.
Never stress. Food should be fun, and it should make your kitchen smell nice, except for our son who burnt something in the microwave. So every time we use the microwave, it stinks. Actually, if anybody's got any ideas on how to remove the smell of burn through a microwave, that would be ideal.
We did say to use the microwave as a timer, and there was something in the microwave, and set the timer for 30 minutes, and then.
Well, he didn't set the timer. He turned it on.
Turned the microwave on for 30 minutes, and there was a smoke situation.
There was.
So
I was like, "Are you cooking toast?"
So
No.
quick crowd support for getting the smell of burnt toast out of a microwave.
Yeah, I've tried everything. I've done the whole baking soda, etc. So
So if anyone knows how to do that, that'd be great.
that'd be ideal.
We'll give you recipes. Vanilla essence, Alana says. That works with fridges, eh? I wonder if it'll work
Yeah,
out
yeah, I might try that.
Good idea.
Oh,
Is that nice?
it's really important to try. You've
So
got
what
to
does it
taste
need?
it. This is the tasting bit. So if you want a little bit more of something, add it in. But no, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. First time through. Well done. So
Yeah.
you added a little bit of salt halfway through.
I did add a little bit of salt. Salt always brings out flavour. It doesn't exactly add to
Looks, I'm going to try that.
doesn't add to the
Yum.
thing. The other good way to try salad
Yum.
dressing is actually on salad. Yum. I love rocket though. So this is the kind of, you have as much or as little as you want.
But it looks pretty on it as well.
Well, because of the paprika in there, it's slightly red as well. If you want more paprika, add more paprika. It doesn't have a lot of paprika because, you know, it just doesn't.
Because it doesn't.
Because it doesn't.
Right.
Because it doesn't have paprika.
Right. But it could if you wanted it, though.
Could have more if you wanted, if you like the smell of paprika. Okay, I think these are nearly done.
A dish with water and lemon juice in the microwave, and try that.
Okay, I'll try that. I've got some lemon. I'll give it a go. So, these are cooked.
It smells so nice.
And because my meat is cooked, guys, I'm using it on my
Look at that crispy
board.
Look at that.
So I've got a raw meat board and a cooked meat board. Now, normally I'd let this chicken...
Susan says buy a new microwave.
It's getting to that way, Susan, honestly.
Good call.
Normally I would let this sit for sort of a couple of minutes before I slice it up, but I am aware that my lips are salivating. Now I might need to put that guy on a bit more.
Rush that one a little bit.
I did, sorry guys, I've rushed that one.
Alright.
Jeez. But that's the beauty of this too, because you don't want it overcooked. There's nothing worse than overcooked. I'm just going to slice that in the middle. That guy's probably okay. Oh, maybe I chuck that fat bit in.
Chuck it in.
Chuck it in.
Looks lovely though.
The thin bits are done, so just to be safe, as I said, some of it is a darker meat, and some of it will be... I did
this may be a controversial topic, but I did read somewhere that the prevalence of, Tabitha, I'm getting hungry as well, the prevalence of food poisoning from chicken has been greatly reduced over the years.
It has, especially in our society now. And if you wash your chicken beforehand, because a lot of the concerns with chicken is actually where it's, number one, where it's stored in the supermarket. So if it's in a deli, you'll notice that the chicken or the raw chicken is separate from any other deli goods, be it fish or meat. It should be 100% separate with a border up.
Marlene likes chicken salt. Sorry, just to interrupt.
Chicken salt's beautiful. And if you, a lot of the bacteria grows on the skin of the chicken or the outside of the chicken meat. So if you wash your chicken before you cook it, you are also reducing a lot of that possibility. But to be honest, because we are so aware of it nowadays, not that you want to eat raw chicken, but you don't have to overcook chicken to the point where it's so tough and tender.
No, and you can use things like sous vide and things now as well.
Absolutely, so which gives a completely different look to chicken.
Ooh, I just want to steal that bit.
You're going to steal it?
I am. You're not looking, are you?
I might be.
Tabitha likes lemon pepper and garlic salt.
Oh yes.
Oh God, that's so glorious.
I love cumin with chicken. As I said, guys, this is really good for fish as well. It gives a really nice flavour to fish, especially if you've got quite a bland fish.
Yeah, but that flavour mixes really well with all those other spices.
Yeah.
Yum.
Really nice.
And you get a bit of texture with the thyme.
Yeah.
The thyme just adds that little bit of texture.
A little bit of crunch.
Get in there and have a
look.
Tabitha likes lemon pepper and garlic salt on
I just want to show you there. See how that meat at the end is slightly brown? That is cooked. That's what I was referring to when the thigh meat it's different. It's
different than you'd see on a chicken breast.
It's different than a chicken breast because it's thigh. It's where more muscle is. So.
But it's also where the flavour is.
But it is where the flavour is. So guys, that is my really easy...
Mel says I have to get a piece of nectarine. Oh, and I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, we've got to take a photo now.
Take a photo yet.
Got to take a photo yet.
Follow us on Instagram, by the way. Sting.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram. We're trying to do lots of stories, lots more stories at the moment.
So give us the... Alana just had lunch and she's hungry. Yeah. Late lunch for us. Go on, give us the rundown of what we got here. So
we've got cumin chicken, which is used cumin, thyme and paprika. And we have a mustard powder and paprika dressing. I just call it a paprika dressing. Just in a really simple salad that's more fruit than lettuce, which appeals to some people.
You can mix this together, right? We've done this an end on end, but you could.
Well, you could actually do the whole platter covered in salad and put a row of chicken down the middle to serve as a share plate.
Susan, it does look good.
With some yummy, crunchy, fresh bread and lots of butter. So yeah, guys, it's really easy. I'm just trying to bring you some real quick and easy recipes. This is one that you could make up on a Sunday afternoon and do 3 days in advance to take to lunch to work, because it is, it is, you can eat it hot, cold. Yeah, it's so yummy, so refreshing, and it's fairly low in fat apart from the minimal amount of salad dressing with sugar and things in it. But yeah,
Amelia's suggesting we start Mrs Rogers deliveries.
Mrs Rogers delivery, like a Uber Eats kind of.
Yeah, but the point there is that you can do this yourself. Like, yes, you could get one of those delivery things, but that took what, 25 minutes, if that. And you do a lot more talking.
And I was talking, and I mean, you don't have to babble on like I do.
We do like it when you do that.
Well, exactly. But yeah, it's easy. Food is easy, and I'm wanting to bring it back to, let's stop going out and buying boxes of stuff or pre-done things and start learning, because what is actually happening is our kids are not learning how to cook and they don't know taste, and there's so many more food hang-ups, and they won't eat brown bread, they'll only eat white bread, and they'll don't do this and they won't do that, that we're forgetting to let our kids experiment. Kids eat food if they can make it and it looks good. Yep. So people always say to me, why don't your kids have hang up on food? It's because I let them squash the peas on their table when they were 1, etc. So guys, family is fun, food is fun. From our family at Mrs Rogers to yours, please let me know if you make this and send me a photo. Like, share, comment. Thanks guys for who have commented. We're going to draw the prize next Wednesday, so you've got a little bit of time. See you later. Happy Wednesday. Bye.